Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank
Have
you.
you been able to process what you just did?
No, I don't even know what just happened. I'm just so happy. I think I need a couple hours to just realize I just made NCAA finals. But again, awesome match. He's just a great player, great competitor. He'll do anything to kind of like distract you in a good way, to trying to kind of play with your mind. But I served for a match. I had 2 match points in the second set. Was down 3-6 in the breaker. Was down another match point 4-5. And I just kept my cool, kept my composure, and went for it, and paid off.
Your serve was working, is that right? Does anybody know how many aces, George, are you doing?
There were a lot. I know that until 5-4 or whatever when he was serving it out, he was holding pretty easily, and yeah, we didn't hear the umpires too much or the linesmen.
So do you think that was? I mean, in a match like this, the difference is going to be minuscule, but do you think that was your best effort with your serve?
Yeah, certainly one of the best serving performance I had this year, especially this week. That was the best serving performance I had. I was hitting my targets well. This all the practice that I practiced for past I don't know how many years on my serve actually is paying off, and I'm super glad it's working, and I just want to serve even better tomorrow.
When you were up 5-3 in that second set, did you start thinking at all about making the final? And then Ozan came back, he won a few games in a row. What did you ascribe kind of his comeback to, and where was your head at in that moment?
Yeah, definitely I felt some nerves. Again, I've never been here on this stage in college tennis. I was not really successful before college, so it's a new environment for me. Yeah, I got a little bit nervous. I didn't make my first serves. I had a match point at 5-3 as well. He hit a great serve, and after I lost a set, I went to the bathroom. I said, look, you're just going to keep fighting. It's going to come.
Can you talk a little bit more about your development in college? When you came in to Alabama, you were one of the players that beat Ben Shelton in 2022. How different are you as a player in today's NCAA tournament versus when you came in as a freshman?
When I came here just freshman, I was pretty sloppy, meaning on and off the court. I was missing a lot of balls, trying to be aggressive, but I was slow with my feet. So I just have to thank the coaches. They've done an amazing job. They're pushing us on every practice. All the staff we have, our strength conditioning coach, Derek Butler, he's just amazing. Yeah, I mean, we worked a lot. I came this summer before my freshman fall. And I think that's what I started playing better. I started playing with more confidence. Had a good fall, a great first year, and then here I am.
You had beaten him. Am I correct in that? When you played, like I guess it was January 2023 in a tiebreaker. How was that different? I mean, obviously the stage was way different, right?
I think we are both more mature. He was a freshman back then. That was one of his first dual matches. It was different. He developed even more. He's a great player. We played indoors at our place. We have fast indoor courts, which is completely different than kind of slower, bouncy courts outside. He surprised me with his game. Definitely different. The only similar thing was that I served good in that match as well.
Yeah, very true.
So, George, what does this kind of mean for the program to have the first NCAA final?
It's amazing. Back in 2019, we had it in doubles, and we ran into a very good UCLA team. We have a very tough, Columbia guy tomorrow. It means a lot, but I think it just is it's a testament about Filip. We had 6 freshmen come in July of 2021 to start a new program, to rebuild and to take over from a really good group of guys. And I knew back then that they all had the ability, but we knew it was going to take time. And that first year, we didn't win a conference match until the conference tournament. But I remember during that hot July, I mean, these guys were dying out there on the courts in the nice Alabama heat. And we would play this this competition between the three called the Bama Cup. And Filip won the first Bama Cup, and he declared himself king. And ever since then, outside of 3 matches last year, he's been at the top of our lineup. We've trusted him. We get on him about trying to get more aggressive and, impose his game more. And he has done a lot, strength and conditioning wise, physio wise. Listened to a bit to myself and Coach Demi, who did a great job today, and Sibo that was up in the stands, and he's taken on a lot of ownership of the whole process. He really wants it a lot. I mean, there's not a person I know. He knows every person that played in this draw, men and women. So he's a tennis junkie. So because of that, what's missing ultimately is, okay, if you love tennis, what are you willing to put forward? And how are you going to respond when you have tough moments? And, Filip had some tough moments. But in the end, it doesn't matter if it's 3-6 down or, running backhand winner to save match point and then come back and close it out. He declared himself the king, and you got to just trust that. That's pretty brave.
So Michael Chang, who also had a very, long, tough, exciting, dramatic match. What do you know about him, Mr. Tennis Junkie?
We played twice actually, both indoors. We played this year at the Indoor Nationals when we played Columbia in New York at their place. It was unfinished in the 3rd set. He beat me at our place, indoors last year. But again, we never played outside. It's gonna be a great match. He's a great guy. He's a great competitor. He's just an amazing tennis player, and I'm just looking forward for the match.
George, you've been in this position with USC in the past. How different is this tournament, the singles event, versus the rest of the regular season? And how does the message to players change when you have to go day in, day out in the singles tournament versus throughout the dual match?
We kind of just keep it light. I mean, I remember back with USC and being aboard with Stevie, we don't overdo things. We don't underdo things. We just do the same routine and don't make it any more important than what it is during the year. It is a match, and there's, I guess, more riding on it, but not really. He doesn't want to end his career, here in the semifinals. He doesn't want to end it tomorrow in the finals. So we would just want to keep building, and we're lucky just to be able to have a little footprint in his life, and just got to keep moving forward.
You mentioned his career. Is this your final year at Alabama?
No, I have 1 more year of eligibility, so I'll be back, and Alabama's gonna be dangerous next year.
We're excited.